please help me welcome Christine Azbill I. I Could Dream. I Could Dream, Christine Azbill.
Wake up! Ladies and gentlemen, fellow contestants, Madam Contest Chair, I grew up in a house of yelling, and sometimes it got violent. Whenever my parents got into an argument, I would run to my room to hide. There was a foot-wide space between my bed and the wall, and that's where I would go. And I would cry until I couldn't cry anymore. And then I could dream. First, I would picture all the pets I ever wanted. Horses, a tiger, a dog of every breed. Then I would picture my dream home, complete with a duck pond and a barn for my horses. And I would build each room in my dream house, one at a time in my mind. The first room was overflowing with pillows and blankets of all shapes and sizes. The next room featured floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall shelves, jam-packed with every book I ever wanted to read. And there was even a ladder that could slide all the way around the room so I could reach the highest shelf. With each new room that I created in my dream house, all the noise in my real house, the yelling, the screaming, the door slamming, would slowly start to fade away. I discovered that I could dream and escape all of my problems at home. When I was 17, I went away to college for the first time, and I was still dreaming. Instead of studying every night and doing my homework, I was out partying, drinking, and doing drugs. Instead of waking up every morning, going to class, I was sleeping in, dreaming of becoming a famous actress and musician. I dropped out of school after that first semester because it was obviously a waste of time and money. And I went on to work a series of minimum wage jobs in retail and fast food. And I was still dreaming. Only now I dreamt of a fabulous career. A job that would make me want to get up out of bed every morning to go to work. A job that paid well enough that I could finally afford that dream house with the floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall book collection. I could dream all day long, and the permeating stench of French fries would slowly start to fade away. A few years ago, my grandmother was diagnosed with dementia. She could no longer care for herself, and unless someone moved in with her to take care of her, she would be forced into a nursing home. So I packed everything that I owned, which wasn't much, into my car and drove from my home in Houston, Texas, here to Rochester, New York, to take care of her. It was really difficult for me at times, and I often dreamt of running away, never speaking to anyone in my family ever again. But I stayed. And overall, the experience was incredibly rewarding. I had the chance to get to know my grandmother. She told me her whole life story. She told me about her education, her career, and her success. She convinced me that I too could be happy and successful. And it was then that I realized something. I could dream about all the things that would make me happy and successful, or I could wake up and go get them. Shortly after my grandmother passed away, I decided to do just that. I enrolled back in school here at MCC, and I am determined to make my dreams come true. Now, when I get home after a long day of work and school, I'm often tempted to run to my room, hide in my bed, and dream. Dream of graduating and having that fabulous career. But I remind myself, I could dream of achieving my goals, but I would rather wake up and do it. You too could dream. Or you could wake up and live that dream. Madam Contest Chair.